A black man goes viral, dying inside his Alabama jail cell.
Just sitting right there in general population. I'm like, this like a zombie.
Castellio Vaughn's family says the prison system is leaving him and other black inmates for dead on purpose. And there are pictures to prove it. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. Right outside Montgomery, Alabama, Castillo Vaughn is serving a 25-year prison sentence for unlawful breaking and entering and first-degree robbery. But his family and attorneys say that that is no excuse for the deplorable conditions and treatment he's received inside the Elmore Correctional Facility. Back in August, he got part of his small intestine removed, but less than 30 days later, his body was overtaken by infection. They say he went from a normal, healthy 200 pounds to this, losing about 75 pounds. His sister posted about it on social media and it blew up. And we do want to warn you, the photos and videos that you're about to see are graphic.
His eyes to be rolled back and him just sitting right there in general population. I'm like, this like a zombie.
Kastellio Vaughn's sister, Casey, spoke to the NBC affiliate in Mobile about how fast her brother's health has declined since early August. She says that Vaughn called his family weeks earlier, complaining about stomach issues. Days later, they got a call from another inmate who let them know her older brother had been taken into surgery at the prison's medical facility.
We weren't even informed of the surgery at all. The inmate said it was less than 32 hours. He was back in there with 32 staples going down his abdomen.
It was surgery on his small intestine, a procedure to address complications from a gunshot wound he sustained years ago. But this is how he's recovering now. His legs and feet swollen and discolored, open surgery wounds oozing pus and blood. The family then started posting about it on social media and caught the attention of renowned defense attorneys Ben Crump and Merritt.
You saw those pictures. Were they alarming to you?
Those pictures are very alarming. Those pictures reveal someone who is obviously in crisis and who is in need of immediate medical attention.
Merritt is now one of the lead attorneys on the case.
Now, since he returned to custody and the infection that he suffered and his inability to consume food, his rapid deterioration, loss of body weight, he has repeatedly requested for help, medication, for feeding intravenously, any help that he could receive, he certainly hasn't turned down.
The Department of Corrections said in a news release, quote, that following the surgery, Vaughn opted to be discharged against medical advice on August 10th, 2022. It goes on to say 3 weeks later, on September 3rd, quote, he was admitted again to Jackson Hospital for post-surgical complications. He then once again opted to be discharged on September 7th and refused all medication. It says in addition that Vaughn has repeatedly refused medical assessment and medical treatment while in custody of the ADOC. The ADOC offers medical assessment and treatment to all inmates, but does not force them to accept the care.
And the truth is, it was a far exaggeration of what was actually occurring in that prison.
The prison system in Alabama has been under a microscope for years now. The Shade Room dug up court documents that show in 2019, the Department of Justice sued the ADOC for allegedly violating the U.S. Constitution, as Alabama prisons for men have remained, quote, extremely overcrowded, prisoner-on-prisoner homicides and violence has increased, sexual abuse has continued unabated, the physical facilities have remained inadequate, and the excessive force by security staff has remained common. And there's video to prove it. This video was sent to the ALReporter.com in September 2022. It shows an inmate at the Elmore Correctional Facility on the roof of the building seeming to be in distress. A correctional officer is seen walking up, pulls him off the edge, and appears to beat him. And this is what it looks like an hour away at the Bullitt County Correctional Facility.
Building is falling down. It's dilapidated, man.
Inmates say that the ceilings are crumbling. There's water seeping through the walls and gaping holes in their showers.
Big holes everywhere. Look at that. Hole. You feel what I'm saying? You'll break your neck in here. You're trying to bathe and you step in one of these potholes in the shower and twist your ankle. I'm walking sideways right now. You understand what I'm saying?
In 2021, the Justice Department filed an amended complaint alleging that Alabama had not improved conditions and is so bad that prisoners at all 13 Alabama state prisons are striking right now from their prison service jobs, demanding change. The ADOC has since canceled weekend visits, and instead of 3 meals a day, prisoners are given 2 meals a day. According to the newspaper Birmingham News, the ADOC says it's due to staffing shortages. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey, who oversees the prison system, had this to say about it in an interview on September 30th.
Everything's still operational. There's no disruption in essential services. So we still got our 2 prisons being built so that we can better provide for the safety of the inmates as well as the workers.
So many people look at what happens to people in custody as, well, you do the crime, you do the time. We have a human responsibility to ensure that prisoners have constitutional facilities to serve out their time. The fact that Mr. Vaughn made mistakes or committed crimes that he has been convicted of should not be a death sentence.
The Shade Room dug up some court documents that show that at least 11 prisoners were killed by other prisoners between October 2018 and September 2019. By the end of 2020, 16 prisoners were killed. We reached out to Alabama Governor Kay Ivey for comment. We're still waiting to hear back, but Vaughn's family says that he continues to regain strength as the days go on, and his attorneys have visited him in prison and will continue to push for him to see a doctor outside of the Alabama prison system. He's not set to be released until 2034. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter. Hello, roommates, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Do you want more TSR Investigates? Be sure to subscribe and check us out at theshaderoom.com.